Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today we're going to look at some get phrasal verbs related to entering and leaving. Yesterday, I was at a tennis event and heard two of these. The meaning was more or less correct, and I could understand what the person was saying, but they either used it incorrectly or in the wrong context. So we're going to look at when you should use these and what you should say instead in the situations where people make mistakes, and also look at get on, off, in, out of phrasal verbs related to transport. So the mistake is up here. Someone checks my ticket and says, okay, you can get in. Get in or get into somewhere if there's an object does mean to enter, but we wouldn't use it in this situation. You would, however, say after 1 hour waiting, we finally got in, again meaning to enter. In the first sentence, you would say you can go in. So just pause the video and think, when do we use each phrasal verb? And well done. If you said go in means generally to enter a place. And this is the one you're going to use most often. Whereas get in also means to enter, but there is some difficulty or it requires effort. In this case, waiting in a line for an hour. You could also say we had problems with the key, but we managed to get in with difficulty. Or you come home and go, oh my God, we've been robbed. How did they get in? How did the person enter with a bit of difficulty or effort? Final thing to say here is we wouldn't use the verb to enter because it's much too formal. You can say you need a visa to enter the country. Formal situation, sounds fine, but here it would sound very unnatural. I did a video looking at this in more detail. It will be available at the end of this one. And it's the same concept for get out or get out of somewhere if there's an object. Use this when you want to say leave with some difficulty or effort. At that tennis event, lots of people trying to leave at the same time, and it took a while to get out of the stadium. However, if we want to say just generally leave, we don't really use a phrasal verb. Just use the verb leave. So for example, you say to your friend, it's getting late, shall we leave? Again, I covered this in more detail in that video. Check out the link at the end of this one. So while we're here, I'll just give you a couple of different meanings to those same phrasal verbs that I think are quite useful. Firstly, you can use get in to mean arrive, especially talking about a long journey, maybe involving planes, trains, etc. You ask your friend, what time does your flight? Get in. Quite a natural thing to say that. And this one I think is quite nice. Get out of the city, meaning specifically leave the city and the chaos of a big city. So it is nice to get out of the city and go to the mountains, a more peaceful area. So moving on, another get phrasal verb I heard used slightly incorrectly was when I was talking to my dad during a tennis match, blocking someone's view they couldn't see, and he very kindly, politely said to me, sorry, I can't see, can you get back? Now this has the correct meaning, but the context isn't right. A firefighter might say to you, this area is dangerous, you need to get back. But in that situation, he really needed to say move back. So again, just pause the video and think when you would use each phrasal verb. And well done. If you said move back, you're going to use very generally to mean literally move backwards. In this situation, Could also use sit back, as I was sitting. If I was standing, could say move back, step back, or stand back. And after each of those, quite natural to maybe say a bit, a little, or a little bit. Whereas get back, you're going to use when you want to be much more direct. So again, maybe with the firefighter in a sort of dangerous situation. And it's a similar concept when you want someone to move sideways. If you're just trying to take a photo and you want to be polite, you might say, sorry, can you just move aside? Whereas in a more serious situation, when you want to be more direct, maybe a doctor needs to get by with an injured person and you say, get out of the way. Again, the meaning is the same. Know the correct context to use each one. So that's using a get phrasal verb with more or less the correct meaning, just in the incorrect situation. Finally, we're just going to look at a mistake. Just pause the video and think what is wrong with this sentence. And well done if you said, I like to get on the plane last. Use get on or get off to talk about public transport, trains, buses, metro, etc. Bikes and motorbikes. I got off my bike and walked. And generally any big transport, planes, ships, etc. It always causes a bit of confusion with planes because obviously you are inside the plane, but any big transport you use on. And then get in, get out of, generally we only use for cars or small vehicles. So get in a car, get out of a taxi, get in a van, etc. Anyway, explanation over. I hope that was useful. As ever, guys, if you haven't done so already, do make sure to like, subscribe, and share the videos with other people you might think might find them useful. It would be much appreciated if you help this channel grow. But when you're ready, let's practice and improve. Just pause the video, look at these sentences, think about the context, and use a phrasal verb from today's lesson to complete them. Remember, you might have to change the form of the verb. Past, verb ing, etc. And well done. If you said, I can't get all of you in the photo, can you move back, step back, stand back? All of those work fine. Then the film's about to start. Shall we go in, enter, normal situation? Next one, maybe you say to children, you're too close to the fire, you need to get back, more direct, more serious. Then I helped an old lady get on or get off the train. We were stuck in a lift for an hour and couldn't get out, couldn't leave, but there's difficulty. And then finally, there's an ambulance. That car needs to get out of the way. Again, it's more serious. So now just pause the video and write, say, or discuss these sentences for you. And finally, today's question, when would you tell someone to move aside? So do write your answers in the comments, guys. Good opportunity to practice a phrasal verb. Other than that, I hope it was useful for you. If you're watching this live, have a very nice weekend, and I'll see you for another video next week. Until then, see ya.